All right. Welcome to our Monday live. Every Monday we're here um, with the most detailed immigration show online. You bring your questions, I bring the answers, and we talk about all the things that are happening in immigration today. Um, it's been a pretty busy, crazy week. More enforcement, more things are happening. So we're going to cover all this. We'll talk about um, they released a bunch of new policies in the past few weeks, but I feel like this week we actually seen these policies in place, taking place, where one of our clients who was applying for a green card, he only had one DUI in his history, and they denied his application. Now he has to apply for a new visa. So we're seeing the implementation of this crazy policies, and we're trying to know what we can do um, to address it, right? Because I mean, right now, the denying cases without request for evidence, um, one offenses could lead to a denial of your green card. Um, they don't give you a chance to respond to requests for evidence. What can you do as an immigrant to navigate this, right? We see a lot of changes. Today, I just recorded the video. Today, they made even more expansion to the rules regarding um, people who claim citizenship. If you claim to be a U.S. citizen, they even added more to the fact that now that if you claim to be a U.S. citizen, there's no defense to saying that you didn't intend to do that. Okay, so all these changes that are happening right now, we are navigating them. We are trying to understand like what does it mean, um, you know, going through this process. So I think many of you, I'm sure they're sharing with us your frustrations. People are waiting for their interviews over a year now. VAWAs are taking forever. U visas are taking a long time. Um, it's kind of like like they're putting people in a circle, because the more they deny your cases, the more you're going to think, well, I don't want to stay here. What's the point of me staying in the US? Let's just leave, right? So this is happening, and we need to address it. We need to talk about things you can do um, to navigate this, right? Because these memos came out like a week, 2 weeks ago. They're already implementing them. People are getting denied for one offense. I mean, I have green card holders that are scared to renew the green cards because they had offenses, maybe 10 years ago or so, and they're worried about what is going to happen, moving forward, right? So we'll talk about all that. Drop your questions. If you want to join me live, you can join me on the. If you're watching this on TikTok, you can join me um, right here. Let me see here. Oh, let me put it here. If you want to join on TikTok, I'll show you. Oops, sorry about that. You can, yeah, join the live, and I'll add you in a second. And all right. And if you want to join on YouTube, I'll add you right here. And you can join right here. There you go. The link is on the screen, and you can use it. Um, all right. So, let's see here. Sikali is asking, how long does it take to respond? I guess to an hour fee. It's taking about 3 months. All right, let's take a video here. All right. We'll start with Nessa from TikTok.
Hey, how are you?
Hi Nessa, how are you? Remind me again where you're from. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas. Okay. All right.
So my question is, my husband has a pending asylum,
Okay.
but we literally just today, I just got the notification that our I-130 was delivered to Dallas, Texas today. But
Okay.
here is my question. Is he gonna have any issues? Because I mean, he comes from Venezuela. He has no criminal background. And what I'm worried about is if we go to our interview, is he going to be detained
Why would he be detained?
because of a pending asylum? He came here on CBP 1. And I know Trump is trying to get rid of CBP 1.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. I mean, there could be a chance. Like I said, they're doing this to a lot of the asylum seekers right now. They are doing it, trying to get them, dismissing their cases and trying to get them detained. So I think you should definitely not. What does he have a hearing coming up?
Not until 2026.
Okay. I mean, maybe things will change by then. But right now, anybody who has a case like his and they go to the interview, they could be detained.
Because like right now, I mean, he's got his work permit.
Okay.
He's got the work authorization card.
Okay.
I'm just mainly worried about him being detained at our interview. I know an interview is probably going to take a bit since they just got our papers in the mail today.
I mean, honestly, right now, I wouldn't worry about it because things will change by the time you go to the interview. Things will change. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if it was now, I would definitely would say be careful and maybe find talk to an attorney to see what we can do to either reschedule it or whatever.
All right.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nessa. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. We have Michael here. I'll put it here. Michael, can you hear me? Right here. Can you hear Michael? All right. Okay, Taha says, I played for 45 to 6 months ago. I didn't get it now for silent. How long will I stay my green card? Thank you so much. I don't really understand your question. Play for formal. I mean, if you only filed your 45 6 months ago, they're taking forever. Okay. They're taking a long time. So, 6 months is not too long to request it. Okay, let's see here. Vida says, I got my green card through VAWA. How long do I have to wait for citizenship? 3 years. 3 years. Is a class 4 felony or involving weapons make one inadmissible for a green card? I mean, potentially. It depends on what is, we have to look behind the conviction, but potentially it could be. Right now, they're very strict. And I mean, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, even one DUI could be a problem for people to get the green card. Like I said, they denied my client's green card, and it was pretty bad. Let me see here. Yeah, so it's something that we need to be aware of, obviously. Let's see here. My brother, last 13 years, and he came here on an H-1B. All right. Is it safe for DACA recipients to travel in the States right now, especially to Texas? I mean, I wouldn't go to Texas if I had DACA for sure, but any other state, I think you should be okay. Yeah. I got approved for advanced parole, never received it. Do I pay again? I mean, before you pay again, you should inquire with the USCIS to see what they can do to get your parole approved. Alicia, let's see here. How long will it take to hear back from USCIS after filing VAWA in 2022? I would say probably 2026, more or less, for you. Definitely over 4 years, for sure. Um, let's see. We got Peter here. Get Peter on stage. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks, Salim. Peter,
Hello?
yeah. Is your video working?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Jacob,
Yeah.
how are you?
Pretty good. Is your video working?
Yes, it works. I'm just a little shy, Peter.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, I just had a
Thanks, Demi. Appreciate it. Yeah, tell
quick
me
question.
what's your question for sure.
Yeah, thank you for your time. I am married to a U.S. citizen, and she hasn't sponsored me yet, but this is just like a thought, because I've heard the current administration is cracking down even on legal immigration, and a lot of people are receiving NTAs even
Yeah,
if they're married to American spouses.
yeah.
So I'm thinking, is it possible for me to join the military to secure my citizenship in the United States?
Do you have a green card?
No, I don't. My wife
Yeah.
hasn't sponsored me yet.
Yeah. So right, with the military, if you want to join the military, um, typically you have to have a green card unless a recruiter gives you a certain waiver because they need you because of your skills or your language. But normally, you have to have at least a green card to join the army. So if you don't have a green card, I don't think it's gonna happen unless you find a recruiter that is willing to waive that for you.
So is it going to be the conditional green card or the 10-year green card?
10-year green card. If you join the military, you're getting a 10-year green card for sure. It's not a
I-
conditional. Yeah.
Can I join the military with the conditional green card only, or I have to renew it
No, no,
first?
no, no. No, you can join with conditional. Absolutely. As long as you have a green card, you can join. And again,
Okay.
it's a lot about the recruiter as well, how they see it. But yeah, for sure. As long as you have a green card, even if it's conditional, you can join for sure.
So if I get a conditional green card and then I get enlisted, and that's going to be the fastest way to secure the citizenship, right?
Correct. Exactly. So if you join and if let's say you have a green card, then you have a fast track for your citizenship. Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Absolutely. Good luck. Hopefully you make it. I mean, I'm getting a lot of questions from people they want to join the military, but they don't realize that you have to have a green card or like find any exception. Sometimes the recruiters can do an exception, but it's not that simple. So a lot of people are asking questions about DUIs because I mentioned at the beginning of this video that one of the clients that we had, they applied for a green card. They had a approved I-140. They're scientists, and the immigration denied it just because they had one DUI, right? Now, Gerald is asking, what about DUI reduced to negligent driving one? It really depends on the officer. I think with the reduced charge, you should be fine. But again, we don't know, right? I mean, immigration has become really, really strict right now, and so we just never know how they're going to be, reacting to stuff like that. Love it. I'm a little desperate because one of my nephews was deported and brought back, and now has 2 cases. So if someone has been deported and came back, there's not much you can do for them, unfortunately, because that could be a permanent bar. Um, You know what I mean? So I think, I mean, that's all I can tell you. Like I said, multiple deportations coming back despite deportation is not a good thing. All right, guys, on TikTok, if you want to ask me questions live, please join the conversation, and I will take another call right now, and we'll get to your questions here. Hopefully, you're having a good day. Supriya,
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Where are you from, and what is your question?
I'm from New York, and my question is, I have a case I-751, which
Okay.
is pending. I have applied in 2021 June,
Okay.
and 2025 it's still pending.
the case got updated saying that the case status has been scheduled for an interview
Okay.
in March 2025, but till now there is no update. And I have because I didn't have much information, so I have also applied VAWA
Okay.
along with. So my VAWA got approved. I also gave citizenship test. I also passed citizenship, but my decision is still pending because my I-751 was pending, and now
Okay.
the case status has been updated that the case has been scheduled for an interview, but there is no update yet on that.
Okay. So, you know, the 751s, just so you know, when you apply for this removal of conditions, they can take up to 4 years, even a little bit longer, right? In the meantime, you have your extension. So I don't think that there's a problem here. You know,
Okay,
I mean,
because
I know it's,
my extension got expired. And they did give me an appointment. I got
you got a stamp, right?
extension for 6 months, but
Yeah.
that is going to be expired in month of December. So they did tell me that if you don't get a decision before December, then you have to apply for another extension, which will be another 6 months. But there won't be any issue, right? Because
No.
I'm like scared because when I went there, I don't know because that's right now the situation going on. If you have a pending I-751, they won't deport, right?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
like,
No, you shouldn't have any issues. If you don't have any criminal background, you should be fine. But
no,
again,
I don't have
let's see what happens at your citizenship, because that might reveal some information for you.
Yeah, because I did pass my citizenship, but when I asked the officer, they said that you have the citizenship, but it's just that we cannot give you the decision because your I-751 is pending.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's why it's been like, and I did speak to them like 2 days ago, and they said that I did ask them that can I raise another ticket to the officer so that they can process the case because it's been like 4 years already completed. It's the 5th year which has been started. So they said that they cannot do right now anything. I have to just wait.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like I said, most people that are applying for the 751 cases, those take some time. Some people that apply for citizenship at the same time can speed it up only if you have a clean green card case. Then you can speed it up.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
this was time I had a green card when I got divorced, but all the documents and everything has been submitted. It's just that my question is like, will there be an interview, or usually they just give the decision in a positive, like in a positive side?
I mean, there could be an interview. We don't know. Some people get an interview, some don't. I mean, I think in most cases, if you're going through divorce, you should have an interview, and I think you will have one. But those are, like I said, if you have all the documents organized, you should be fine.
Yeah, but they won't consider the VAWA approval, right? In this scenario,
No.
because the VAWA got approved.
No, because right now you're going through a green card process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jacob.
Of course. Anytime. Let's see. Janice is asking, can you help clients in all 50 states? Yes, of course I can. And again, if you're watching this on TikTok, go to the number in my bio. There's a number in my bio, and just screenshot it and use that number to get in touch with me. Let me see here. Okay. And yeah, text me. The number's in my bio. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I put the number on the screen. Use the number to text me from the live, like right now. The live. Go to my bio. Text me right now, and you can request a consultation or any other thing you need. But do it from the live, because if you do it from the live, you have more chances to speak with me directly and and get help on your case. Let's see here. I have several petty theft convictions from 2000. Case closed. Married 15 years to a U.S. military. I'm in danger of my application being denied for adjustment of status. I mean, that's a good question, right? So a person has petty theft conviction, several from 2000. A case closed. Been married. I would like to believe that no. I would like to believe that you should be fine. But remember, the new policy memo that came out literally a week ago is brand new to me as well, right? So I still see people that get denied. They get arrested at their interviews. I mean, I think in your case, the best thing to do is make sure the case is prepared very well. We have a backup plan in case they decide to deny it. So yeah, feel free to reach out. Use the number in my on the screen to send me a text so we can set you up and understand, Irie, before filing your case, what will be the consequences. But remember, guys, right now, like I said, even one conviction for a misdemeanor could be a problem for your green card. This is all brand new to us as well, so we are trying to go through the process. Like I said, today we received a memo about what is the new standard for people who are claimed to be a U.S. citizen. So imagine you apply for a job and you fill an I-9 form and you do it by mistake, and then now they will bar you for life because they're claiming that you did it intentionally, right? So these are changes that we see right now, and all these changes they have one thing in common. They're pushing people to essentially lose their status or get deported, making it easier for the government to get us out, right? To get people out, not just by catching them, but also by denying their cases, getting them to be out of status, and eventually, getting them deported. So be mindful of that, right? Let's see here. I have a green card. I got a traffic ticket. Should I be worried I travel out of the country? So that's a great question. This is from Tunde. So Tunde's travels out of the country, has traffic tickets. So guys, remember, these traffic tickets they're not going to be as much issue for you as a green card holder when you travel, only if you have an unpaid ticket and you have a warrant. Where this becomes an issue for you is when you apply for citizenship, right? Because for citizenship, they might say, listen, this person has all these traffic violations. He's not a person of good moral character under the new definition. And as a result, we're not going to give him citizenship, right? And so I give you an example of a case that just happened this week where somebody, 7 years ago, had a tendency of not paying their taxes. So he was delinquent for like 4 or 5 years. Now he caught up. But the immigration officer under the new policy is looking and saying, well, you're somebody that is often not paying your taxes. And as a result, you don't have good moral character, even though right now it looks like you are paying your taxes, but this is a pattern that you have, right? So they're looking at things and saying, what is a reasonable person going to do? Would a reasonable person pay their taxes often? Or they're going to behave like this guy, right? So now it's going to be up to an immigration officer to make a decision and determine if you are a person of good moral character based on their standards. And what is the standard, right? It's kind of like we are thinking about people who work in different industries, right? Let's say the adult industry. And now, is this going to be a problem for some people who work in the adult industry now because an immigration officer is not going to think that this is a person of good moral character based on their definition, because now they have the power to make those decisions? Do you see what I'm saying? We never know. It's never going to end, right? Okay. I'm trying to take you in the order as it received. Remember, guys, if you're watching this right now, please share the live. There's a little arrow at the bottom. You can share the live and make sure that more people can see it in your network. And make sure you also follow me for, if you haven't followed me yet, share the live and follow me. Sayut, hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. What is your name and where are you from and what is your question?
I'm Crystal Sanchez and I'm from LA.
Okay.
So my husband and I submitted, he's protected under 245I.
Okay.
And we're both DACA. So he's been approved for his I-130 for a long time. But my question is, my I-485, for some reason in the progress,
Okay.
regressed. Like I was at checked off, no biometrics, no interview, and then all of a sudden and I was waiting 5 months. All of a sudden it regressed to 9 months, and now I need an interview. So
Okay.
I'm just like a little nervous about it. What are your thoughts about it?
So, I don't think necessarily that it's a bad thing. I think sometimes they have procedures. Most people are getting interviews right now, just so you know. So it's not unusual for you to get an interview. But in terms of you're talking about the processing times of the 45.
Well, it's almost our priority date is almost up. Our priority date is actually February 26, 2001 for F3.
Oh, I see. It's an F3 case. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I mean, again, also remember that the visa bulletin might move backwards and forward, depends on the when it's released. Now we're at the end of the year. We don't have all the visas availability for moving forward. Do you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I wouldn't be, from what you told me, I'm not worried about it. It's not something to be concerned about. I think,
Okay.
like I said, a lot of people are getting interviews, and in terms of your priority date is still current at the moment, right?
The priority date is mine is February 26, 2001.
Okay, but did you check if that's the current one on the visa bulletin?
On the visa bulletin, it's February 1st, so we still have like 25 days.
Okay,
We're almost there.
which means in visa bulletin days, it could be maybe even 3 months, right? Who knows?
Yes.
I mean, maybe even more. It depends on the movement, but you're almost there. But remember, it doesn't matter until your dates are current. Once your dates are current, then we have to worry about interview and stuff like that. Right now, it's all kind of like a speculation.
What would the interview be based on? Our marriage? Because we've been together for a long time. We have 3 kids. Or I don't understand why they need to interview me, honestly. If he's the one with the 245I through his mom and
Right.
prove.
Well, I mean, right now they're doing a lot of vetting. They want to check, make sure that everything is fine in terms of what's happening in the in the family. But it's not something you have to worry about. They're required to do it, and once your date becomes current, you'll show up for the interview, and it's going to be it's going to be fine. Okay.
But do you think that it's going to be based on marriage? Like, should I prepare for
Well,
like a
well,
I don't understand.
no. It's going to be based on what because F3 is not marriage. So it's who filed for the F3? You filed it?
Oh, my husband, his mom.
Exactly.
My husband.
Okay, exactly. So the interview is going to be based on, it's not the marriage. It's going to be based on his eligibility for the F3.
God.
That's
Oh,
what
I
it
see.
is.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We've got here a question from Mids. What can I provide to USCIS if my husband is not on my lease? That's a good question. And I think I see another one here on YouTube, in terms of evidence, what kind of evidence we can get if we don't have the traditional evidence, right? Somebody's on a lease or a joint bank accounts. When we don't have traditional evidence available, like the bank accounts, lease, bills, we have to provide as much evidence as we can that the marriage is still bona fide. So maybe you have a lot of pictures, not just the two of you together, but with many other people, family. Maybe you have a child. Maybe you have a child together. Maybe you have purchased something together. Like, I had a case where, couples didn't have any bills together. They didn't have any joint bank accounts together just because the way they were running their finances, but they were able to purchase an investment property together, okay, with using their commingled assets. So I was able to show that. Everybody has a different story. One couple that I did a case, they didn't have any joint bills, they didn't have any of that, but they traveled a lot together, right? So we have proof of their travel from the last 3 years, plane tickets, pictures, reservations. Sometimes she paid, sometimes he paid. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things you can do to replace the traditional evidence. Or even buying a car. We have Osman in the comments say, absolutely. If you buy a car together, that's great evidence of joint evidence, things together. Emily on YouTube, I've overstayed my visa for over 180 days, and I haven't updated my address with USCIS for years while I'm moving around. you normally have to update your address. I know you're afraid that they're going to send you an NTA, but eventually they'll, even if you don't update your address and they send you an NTA, they're going to charge you. They're going to say, well, you didn't tell us where you moved, so we're going to deport you in absentia. Does it make sense? So yeah, so I would be careful about that. Doing that like that. I think like I said, right now the immigration service is a little bit more conservative. So of course they want to see the regular joint stuff that you have, but if you don't have it, they will take different things. Like I had a case a couple of a year ago actually, where it wasn't even as strict as now, but they really had nothing, right? They really had nothing, and all they had is their pregnancy. She was like 1 month pregnant. But I tell people the pregnancy is not really as important as you think, because unless you actually have the baby, so many things can happen. And immigration, they don't know if it's your baby or somebody else's baby. You know what I mean? So they don't know. So I think just having the baby, that wasn't enough for them actually to say, oh yeah, we have proof that that she's pregnant. Well, the immigration officer said, well, how do I know if it's your baby? How do I know, that you guys are gonna be together? Do you know what I mean? So, using the pregnancy itself, it's not the best way, and I wouldn't do it. So once again, guys, if you are watching this right now on TikTok, yes, I can help clients in Phoenix. I can help clients in New York. Right now, we can represent clients by phone, telephonic hearing. So I can help you no matter where you are in the country. So all you have to do is, like I say, if you're watching this on YouTube, use the number on the screen right now. Send me a text right now. The number is on the screen. And if you are watching this on TikTok, there is a phone number in my bio. Go to my bio. The other thing that is in my bio is a free guide where I give you guys, it's a free ebook that is linked in my TikTok bio, where you can get a guide how to travel if you have a green card and you're worried about coming back. I have all the tips, all the tricks, everything you have to do. The link is in my bio. Go there, and while you're there, you'll see a phone number in my profile. Use that phone number right now to send me a text. And I think that is something that you probably want to do. And there we go. Can you help me with my young sister who lives in Kenya? Absolutely. Absolutely, we can. Now, guys, there's also a form linked somewhere at the bottom of my screen. I don't see it, but I think you see it. And the form itself is a form that you can use to contact me as well. It's a form it's linked somewhere there. It's provided by TikTok. You can use it and leave your information. How can I contact you? This is from Rare. The best way to contact me if you're watching this on TikTok is my phone number is in my bio. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the number is also on the screen right here. But very simple. I'm a victim of marriage fraud. Can you help me? Nadia, yes, please send me a text. Like I said, the number is on my screen. When it comes to marriage fraud, I have a lot of US citizens who are coming to me and saying, hey, I think I was scammed by my partner. What can I do? The best thing to do is to document everything that happened, and then we have to provide a statement to the immigration to explain to them why you think that you were scammed, right? It's not just because you had a fight and the marriage is not working. You have to explain why, and that record is going to go into the file of the immigrant, because everybody has only one file, right, guys? We only have one immigration file. So if something happens, the immigration will they'll take action against them. Okay. All right, guys. So if you want to join on YouTube, use the link here. Remember, guys, we have the guide. It's in the link in our bio on TikTok, and I'm also going to share the guide on YouTube. I have a link to the guide. Let me see here. There we go. I'm going to post the link to the guide here. and you can download it on from YouTube as well. But there we go. That's the link to the free guide for green card holders if you want to travel. It's an ebook over 60 pages, all for you guys, and it's in the link in my bio as well. And but right now you're watching this on TikTok, send me a text right now. This is who's this?
This is Lebo.
Lebo, where are you from and what is your question?
I am based in Salt Lake City, Utah, and my
Okay.
question is, I applied for removal of conditions together with my husband and have since been separated, and we do raise one child together. During our separation, we did have an incident of domestic violence, which I did report, but
Okay.
I'm just thinking, do I consider moving to a VAWA application, or do I see the process through for the removal of conditions?
So you can't really do VAWA anymore because you have a green card, right? So but what you can do when you remove conditions, you can choose the abuse section on it, because when you file a removal of conditions, you can also file it as an abuse, if it makes sense.
Okay.
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 So, and if you need help with that, like I said, just use the number in my bio. I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Lebo. Good luck.
Thank you.
Of course. So remember, guys, once you get your green card, the conditional green card, and you're going through some issues in the marriage, whether it's abuse or whatever, you can go back to VAWA because now you already have a green card. You're a green card holder, so you can use the 751 section that says that you can, that you can do this based on abuse, right? Which is kind of, it's not bad. It works the same way. Keaton says, my wife filed for an I-130. She's a green card holder, and 1 year and 10 months, still no approval. Is this normal? Yes, because remember, it takes a while for these green card to get approved because she's not married to a citizen. You're not married to a citizen. She's only a green card holder. So it's going to take at least 2 years plus. And the whole wait time is almost 3 years to actually for you to be eligible for the green card. So the approval time itself is not too long. But once you pass the 2 years, you need to start taking action over there. What are the restrictions for DV lottery winners and how long usually it takes to process DS-260? So remember, you have to finish your cases before September 30th of this year to be able to qualify. And, it takes about 6 months or so for this DS to go through. But remember, it is your job to follow up with immigration to make sure that they're pushing your case forward so you don't get behind, right? And things are not going to be behind. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you. And remember, guys, if you're watching this on TikTok, please follow me right now and share the live so more people can join us right now. Let's see. We got let's get Shelly here. And if you want to join the live, just join the live below.
Hello.
Shelly, how are you? And where are you? All right, what is your question? Where are you from?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to
Nice to
meet you.
meet you.
Turn on
Thanks.
that comments. I just want to ask you a small little question. It
Okay.
can be a very big one, right?
Okay.
I asked you the other time, right? So when I did my VAWA case, I didn't send in any police reports and any medical report.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that.
based on how they're doing it now, you think it will be a problem? I have never sent them in.
You can. It could be a problem because they're not going to ask you for anything else. So you can still add it now, right? You can still upload it. Give them all the evidence you have because you don't want to get you don't want to be in a position where you have incomplete application. Do you understand?
Okay,
So send it to them now before, because they're not going to ask you. They could just deny your case without asking.
okay, so the next think I should get a lawyer to represent it? I don't know what to do.
I mean,
I've never used a lawyer.
if it doesn't matter, if you can still use a lawyer now, because you want to make sure your file is being updated and it's done the right way. Okay, so that's what I would do. You need to make sure you update it and you do it the right way. Okay, and you can text me. My number is in my bio. You go to my bio and TikTok. There's a phone number right there. Just write it down.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and send me a text and let me know. Remind me that you're Shelly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Anybody wants to join here on YouTube? You're welcome. Siguna, a green card holder falsely accused of domestic violence by his ex-girlfriend. Case was dismissed by a prosecutor. Is it safe to travel? I would say no. Unfortunately, you were accused falsely. I get it, but the immigration is going to see that you were arrested, and they'll see that you're arrested, and it was a domestic violence, and they don't like that. For caution purposes, I wouldn't recommend you to travel. Again, I've seen this happen. I've seen somebody was he had a few restraining orders against him. He had no conviction whatsoever, and he traveled back to the United States, and they detained him for like 7 hours at the airport, and they luckily let him in. And that's the reason why I wrote the guide, because we have so many green card holders that are watching this right now, and I wanted to make sure that I help you guys. So the guide is right here on the link. Just download the guide and read it. And if you're watching this on TikTok, I made it even easier for you. You go to my bio, there's a link there. You just click on the link and it will take you to the book and you download it. But it has all the rules, all the tricks, all the procedures that people are doing right now that you should be aware as a green card holder when you travel. But I'm telling you, if you read a book, you will realize that you should not be traveling. And I know it's minor, but you know, right now, 2025 is a dangerous time for people to travel, especially if they have any records in their thing. And you know, the thing is this. Yes, of course, if you have a DUI, if you have a possession, not only they'll detain you, they'll put you in jail, right? But I'm talking about people that have like minor violations, like maybe like this, like you, where somebody just accused you of domestic violence, or you have, um, you know, it's just a you know, somebody filed a restraining order against you, but you were not convicted, right? So those things, now the immigration officers, they have the discretion. Are they going to let you in or not? You are going to be in a position where you'll be detained, sitting there at the airport, spending hours over there. That is the problem right now that I see with those cases. It's not about the fact you're going to go to jail, right? Alex, I-71 approved based on extreme cruelty. Can I file N400 3 years, 5 years? I would do the 5 years because we are going with the I-751, right? Can I get naturalized if I have a misdemeanor class D for criminal mischief? I mean, again, maybe if you asked me this question 2 weeks ago, I would say yes. Right now, I don't know. I don't know how they'll use the new memo to interpret it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I have no idea. I think it's going to be hard, to be honest. I think it's going to be hard. With the new memo, you're facing a lot of hardship. How long does it take for F100 processing time, strong a marriage and clean thing? I would say 4 months. For U visa, when dependent, should apply for EAD at least after 1 year. At least after 1 year. So anyone who wants to join on YouTube, please. Anurag, my wife, my 45 fan is since September. Can we file mandamus? It's advised, or it's going to be counterproductive. You know what? It's been a long time, and I think mandamus could be a good idea, Anurag, especially for something like that. Again, I need more details, but on the surface, yes. So Anurag, if you want to do this, we are doing a lot of mandamus. So use this number on the screen right now, Anurag, and send me a text. Mention that you were the guy with the mandamus, and I will remember you, and we'll help you with that. Because remember, guys, if your cases are stuck for too long, right? So let's say a case is sitting more than a year. In most cases, I would say a mandamus could help. In most cases, and typically we resolve it within 60 days. We had a lot of EB5s that was stuck for years. And in the past 8 months, we filed a lot of mandamus litigation, and we were able to get those cases cleared from the backlog. So it's working, right? We just need to make sure that we are on the same page with everybody. Let's take another live one. Let's see. We get Zabi here. So remember, guys, you stuck. We sue them just to release the case. Use the number in my bio on TikTok and on YouTube. The number is on the screen for you. Write it down, because after the live, it's going to be very difficult for you to book something fast with me, because I really get booked up fast. So, Zabi, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hello, sir. And good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Amazing. I'm here in San
Thank you.
Diego. The sun is shining. I'm alive. That's all we need.
That's good. Thank you, sir. Before I ask you my question, let me give you some info.
Okay.
All right, so I filed I once 730 for my wife,
Okay.
and it got suspended due to an executive order.
Okay.
And then I got my green card, which is for 10 years, and I apply again. I won 30 for my wife.
Okay.
And do you think the travel ban or the proclamation will affect the visa F21 or no?
No, I don't think so. Because I think there's an exception for somebody who has a green card.
All right, that's it. Yeah, I'm glad to
You're
hear
good.
that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
If you need help, send me a text, okay?
Thank you,
you.
sir.
We have a good question here from John. Do you think that the Dignity Act will pass, or a solution for DACA for a green card? You know, I personally think that something like the Dignity Act is going to pass. Now, is it going to pass this year? No, clearly not. Is it going to pass in 2026? Maybe, because if you guys think about it, and the Dignity Act, just for those of you who don't know, is an act that came up with like a roadmap for citizenship. Well, there was no citizenship there, but for legalization for over 11 million people. It's a 7-path journey for them getting a work permit and a travel document and the right to stay in the United States. Okay, now it's not going to pass this year because they don't have enough power to do so, I believe. And also, this year is focused on enforcement. More people getting deported, more cases getting denied. It's going to be a lot of shock and awe this year. But in 2026, and this video that I'm doing right now is going to be recorded, it stays recorded online. You will see that you will see that essentially what I'm saying to you is correct, because I believe that in 2026 there's going to be a lot of movement to push forward to legalize immigration in some way or form. Thanks, Zabi. I appreciate it. And the reason why I think that is because they have to find a solution for so many people. They have to find a solution. And I believe that with all the craziness they've done with deporting people and all that, they were able to pass quite a lot of significant bills that I feel this administration will want to be remembered as the one that deported the most, but also as the one that legalized the most, right? And I think that it will happen. Peter says, I have an interview coming up on the 9th of September for my 71 and N400 interview. Good job, Peter. Yeah. So remember, guys, if you're going to file the SIM 51 and you file a citizenship right away, and then it will help speed it up. Now, a lot of people in the comments are saying it's hard to believe that it's going to pass. I get it, but I feel that there is a very good chance for it to happen before this administration will leave power. Why not legalize now? Because they have an agenda. They have an agenda to deport a lot of people, and this agenda is not yet concluded because they haven't finished deporting all these people, right? And so that's why. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Gio says, I have a 9-year-old misdemeanor DUI disclosed in my green card application. It was approved. I got the green card in July. Is it safe to travel? No. Do not travel, Gio. This is one of the clearest things I'll tell you. If you have a DUI in your record, you should not travel as a green card holder. Do not. Because what's going to happen is that when you come back, for sure, they will arrest you. Okay? This is happening a lot right now. It might change in the future, but right now, you do not want to travel if you have a DUI in the last 10 years or 15 years. Because people that have less than that are being detained right now in airports all over the country. So why would you risk it, right? Again, I'm looking at my notes here, consultations that I had in the past 4 days. I have one guy that had a DUI 22 years ago, and he was detained. Luckily, they let him in, and now he's kind of like being monitored by immigration. They're kind of like they're calling in. I mean, he still has his green card, but he's lucky. I told him he's lucky because typically those kind of green card holders are sent straight to detention, and it's happening every single day right now, guys. So once again, if you're a green card holder, download the guide. It's in the bio here on TikTok, and I shared the link with you earlier. The link is right here. This is going to help you if you're a green card holder, you're traveling overseas. If your parents are green card holders, share the book with them. It's in the link on my bio on TikTok. And also, guys, use the phone number to send me a text right now from the live so we can book those consultations together. And so you'll have a chance to book an early appointment. Olusa, I was deported from the point of entry in 2014, banned for 5 years, came back to the United States through marriage with the 10-year green card. Is it safe for me to travel within the US or outside? Absolutely. So somebody like you, you kind of paid the dues, right? You paid your dues. You went back. You married overseas. You came back. They're not going to to chase you on that one. Can a hit and run victim with medical problems get a U visa? It depends. It depends on how the accident was classified. It was classified as a crime. Are they looking for those people? Do they need your help? It is possible. It is possible. I've seen U visas where the person was a victim and they were able to get a benefit. All right, let's see here. We've got, I think Nika is joining here. Nika?
Oh, shit.
Can you hear me, Nika?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm here.
You're live on the show.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from and what is your question?
I'm in Florida.
Okay.
I'm currently a green card holder.
Okay.
My husband, asylum is pending since 2016. They
Okay.
haven't called him or anything. And my question is, can I file for him? And if I do, how long will it take?
So absolutely you can file for him. It will take about 2.5 years or so right now. That it fluctuates because of the timing of these petitions. There's no visas available. So you go into what is called a line, a wait line. Thanks, Alex. Does it make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, of course. So once again, guys, if you're a green card holder, you can and you should file for your spouse because the sooner you file, the better it will be. Otherwise, the time is not going to run. We've got Daniela online. How are you, Daniela?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Is your video working?
Yes.
Let's put the video so we can see you.
I'm in the car. I just saw that you are live, so
No worries.
I have some question if it's possible for
For
you to
sure.
answer it from
Tell me.
your experience. I am United States citizen. I took my citizenship in January 2022.
Okay.
2022. Uh, in the meantime, I petitioned my parents, and they are now green card holders. But from my previous marriage, I have son who visited me in 2023, and he
Okay.
returned back. But now he came here, and I apply for him for green card.
Okay.
I petitioned him, like the first form that I submitted for him was I-130, and
Okay.
he was 20 years old. That was April 23, 2025.
Okay.
And he turned 21 in the meantime, and I sent I-485, I-765,
Okay.
and um,
You sent it because
I-864.
he was underage and you were still able to file the adjustment, right?
Well, initially when I first submitted I-130, he was, but for
Okay.
the other one, he was already 21. He turned 21 on July 3rd, and I sent this document August 12th
Okay.
with child status protection of acts in the
Yeah.
package on the cover letter. With the receipt that it's like the first initial one is underage 21, and in 485 I put a child of United States citizen 21 protection of CSPA.
Okay.
And I received the receipt notices. He's on the receipt notice from I-485.
Okay.
It says child under 21 that I received it, because I did everything to send the documents before new law that was August 15
Okay.
for CSPA counting, and I received it immediately, like Monday, Tuesday. I already had the receipts from 765 and 485.
Okay.
The check was immediately cashed because I put personal check, like
Okay.
maybe Friday. The documents were there like August 13 or 14, and I have delivery proof that they're there. So my question is, like, he's scheduled for biometrics too
Okay.
on September 3rd. So my question is, from your experience, for now he's everywhere like under 21, and from whatever I read, his age should be frozen. But from your experience, what do you think? How will this end?
Well, you know, the CSPA rules have been changed recently, you know, so
Yeah,
really it depends on the chart. I mean, I think with you said that you filed because it depends on how long the I-130 is pending. Is the I-130 still pending?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
And it was filled April 23.
okay,
April 23,
right.
2025. And he was still in valid visa. He came in February, and his visa is valid, the B1, B2, it's valid through September
Right.
6th.
I mean, technically it could be. Like I said, I'm gonna have to really obviously sit down and write down all the numbers. But from what you're telling me, it might work, right? I mean, it's also up to the officer what chart he's gonna be looking at. They
Yeah.
have the option because the rules have changed. So
Mhm.
I mean, you know, there's not much you can do right now, except for wait for the interview. and come up with all the evidence to support your arguments. I mean, or
Mhm.
use an attorney to show how we feel that your child qualifies under the protection.
Yeah.
Because you already
Because
filed it. There's
Mm?
nothing else you can do. All we can do now is try to support the argument that the
Yeah.
child qualifies and see what happens, right?
So when he go, I don't know, should I come with him because he's
When
like,
when he goes to the interview, you should go with him for sure and have an attorney as well. So the
okay,
attorney will be able to explain how the law applies to to your son.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
And when the
okay,
time comes, just reach out to me as well.
okay, okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you as well. To just say you want to join, but I need help. You can join by just use the link. All right. Okay. See, guys. Yes, Sandra, absolutely. I can help if you are in Florida. No worries. We help clients in all 50 states, guys. Remember, because it's federal and because we can represent clients over the phone, we can do this anywhere. All you have to do is go to my number in my bio, send me a text from the live. If you want my help, you have to do it from the live. And then I'll be able to connect with you. All right. Let's see. We've got people waiting on the live. I'll do my best to get as many on any update on DACA. So far, I don't have any updates on DACA. Hi there, my friend. I'm doing very well. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Ruth, and I am in Houston, Texas.
Oh my God. Ruth, I love your energy and the positivity. We have been so depressed recently with all this craziness, and we have somebody positive here. Amazing. What is the question?
Thank you so much for all your information and for giving hope to many people that need it. I would like to take up your time to see if I can have. I did send you a text, and I would like to hire you for your services.
Thank you.
I'm currently a green card holder,
Okay.
and I'm afraid to file for my N400, which is the naturalization.
Okay.
Just because I don't have any criminal record. I was in the Navy a few years ago,
Okay.
and I did sign a non-disclosure, and they granted me my citizenship, and then in some applications, I did say that I was a citizen because they did grant it to me, and then after a few years, they said that that they couldn't find any record of my citizenship and that I needed to reapply. They did send me my green card for me to go ahead and apply for my green card, but I never did my citizenship because I'm scared, since I did say that I was a citizenship, believing that I was a citizenship, that I would be barred for life.
So, your question comes at the right moment right now because I literally did a video on this today. It's going to come up on YouTube on Thursday, I think. But immigration just changed the rules for claim to be a citizen just a couple of days ago, which means now they're a little bit more strict. Now they're saying, before the change, I could argue there was no intent, it was a mistake, things like that. Now, the fact that somebody did it, that they claim to be a citizen, is already going to be a problem, and they're going to look at it in a negative way, right? So in your case, we're going to have to really go deep into the file to understand what you just told me, how it happened. We'll have to come up with affidavits. We'll have to really push hard on immigration to show them that this is something that can still fall within the exception if they allow it, because it's very, very serious right now, and they're doing it on purpose because they want to get more people and take away their green cards. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So I think the best thing to do, because it's a very kind of like a sensitive thing specific to your case, whatever is specific to your case, I would like to review it in private so I can give you the best advice. But for general people who are watching right now, I think it's a very important question, because if you had any issues before with claim to U.S. citizenship, whether on your job application, voting by mistake, like you did, where you believe that you were a citizen and you apply for for the military, you apply for an FHA loan, you apply for student loan, and you claim that those things are going to come back, and many of you guys in the next few months with this new memo. And I want to make sure that we are all aware of that. And again, like I said, even for citizenship, right now with these new procedures for good moral character, you have to come prepared, not just applying with the form, but we're going to need a full package explaining why somebody actually qualifies as as a good moral character. But I'll help you. Just if you said you send me a text, no worries. We'll find it and we'll get you set up.
Thank you.
Of course. Have a beautiful day. Guys, Lahan, what state? I'm in California, but I help clients in all 50 states. Remember, guys, things are getting different right now. So if you want to apply for your citizenship, you gotta get prepared, not just with the form, but also with a full memo explaining why you qualify for citizenship. What is the benefit of doing that, right? Let me get another person here on YouTube. What is your name and where are you from?
Hey, brother. My name is Ahmed. I'm from Somalia.
Okay.
I have a quick questions. I know a lot of stuff just changed with the citizenship. I
Right.
had some issues where I used like that was my first job. I started working at a gas station.
Okay.
I got charged for like there was a stink or something, what they call that.
Yeah, like a
So I
sting
got
operation.
charged for yeah. So where I'm from, usually like where I'm from, like the date and the month is like the date comes first, then the month, then the year, right? But
Yeah,
here in
like in
America,
Europe.
it's
Like
different.
in Europe.
Yeah. So it's like I made that mistake and they charged me with like a misdemeanor.
Okay.
I went to court for it. They got it dismissed. They made me do community service. That been like almost 5, 6 years ago. Right now I'm close to getting my citizenship. And I didn't know, like, would that be a problem applying for it or?
So again, for me to answer this question, I'm gonna need to look at your record. I'm gonna need to analyze exactly what happened, ask you more questions because the decision to apply for citizenship should not be taken lightly, right? Especially with somebody with your background.
Right.
So what I would do, we'll go through the records together, and then I'll say, you know what, based on my research, I feel like you're safe to apply. Or I'm gonna say, you know what, you can apply. However, you're gonna need this whole packet with you to explain what happened. We're gonna have to show also mitigating circumstances under the new
Yep.
citizenship rules. So, you're a good example. So this happened when? How many years ago?
I would say probably like 6 years ago.
Okay, 6 years ago, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
6 years ago, you did all these things. Now, what they want for citizenship, they want me to bring documents to prove that you're a good person now. Maybe you volunteer in church. Maybe you never had that incident happen again. Maybe you are volunteering in the community, right? Those things we now have to present in our citizenship applications to help balance the scale. So from the 6 years ago thing you've done to now you're a good person. Now we balance it up, you're going to get your citizenship. You see what I'm saying? It's a new style of
Yep.
applications.
Yep.
It's not just the form. Now I have to present a full memo to show that Muhammad is a good person now and he deserved the citizenship. You got it? So if
Yep.
we do that, you'll get it. All right? So
Awesome. I
just
had
send me
one
a
other
text, Muhammad.
question, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. One other question that I had was with the taxes.
Okay.
I had this year where, because of I'm also a business owner,
Okay.
I didn't pay it exactly on time, but I did file it. But I paid it after 6 months. So I don't know, is
Okay.
that also gonna be another issue, or
It
they
will be an
just worried
issue.
about just the filing?
It will be an issue because that's what I'm saying. But then we will show them in the balance of evidence that you're a good person, that you qualify for the citizenship, and all these things that happened in the past are no longer happening. And that's how you're going to pass this time. Make sense?
Awesome. Yep. I
All
will
right.
definitely give you a call, and I enjoy
Thank you,
your
my friend.
videos, watching everything. Appreciate
I
it.
thank you so much. I'll
All
make
right,
one
thank
about
you.
that as well. So remember the games, the games, the playing field has changed, right? It's changed in a way that now when you apply for citizenship specifically, we have to prove to them that you are a good person in that way, that you are not doing the things that you used to do before that caused you not to qualify. You know what I mean? So we have to almost bring them this kind of like this moral character analysis to present to them that you are now you've changed and you're doing a lot better. And yeah, so that's kind of what I do when we file those cases. Let me see here. All right, let's see. We've got I know Kaur's been waiting, and I will be there we go.
Hello?
Yes, thanks for your patience. We have a lot of people in line, so I'm trying to get them in the order that we are receiving them. Yeah, go ahead.
It's completely fine, sir. Sir, I want to know about my sister case.
Okay.
She came here on B2 visa and she filed for 2 extension already, which
Okay.
is approved by USCIS. And right now, she applied for the 3rd one on B2 on tourist visa. The reason she applied, she's seriously on medical condition
Okay.
with postpartum depression and cesarean section. The baby is also sick with the serious heart condition is a heart murmur.
Okay.
So is there any chance to get approved by a 3rd time, or they're going to decline? Or if she got declined, there is any chance to put her in removal or proceeding?
Good question. So, and for people to understand, your sister is filing extensions on a tourist visa multiple times. It's already 2 times. So you have to understand that people can apply for this multiple times. I've done one person that applied 5 times. Okay, it is possible. Usually, there's usually medical cases like in her case. You know, you're gonna have to submit the evidence. You're gonna have to convince the government. However,
So she is already submitting all the documentation she
Okay.
got from the emergency, from the doctor letters,
okay.
paid doctor letters,
Now,
treatment for her.
here's my
She's submitting
suggestion.
all of
Here's my suggestion. For a 3rd petition,
Mhm.
you may want to use an attorney for only one reason, for the reason of the statement, because the attorney is going to say, listen, this person already did 2 petitions because there's a medical issue. Now there's this thing. We're asking for hopefully last extension. Because if this case is denied, the attorney will get the notice and try to figure out what to do to avoid getting you into your sister into removal proceedings. Because if it's denied, she will go to removal proceeding, and you want to have an attorney already on the case. So if it happens, we can start talking to ICE right away. That is my suggestion for you.
But the problem she already filed last week.
It doesn't matter. The attorney can add their name to the filing. Did she do it online?
Yeah, she did it online.
That's fine. The attorney can join the case now, submit a G28 form, and tell the government that we are representing this client and we can add more evidence to the online filing until there is a decision. Do you
Okay,
understand?
So can you help me? Yes, I can
Yeah,
help
of
her
course.
because
That's what I'm telling you. Please send me a text. The number is in my bio. Just say, text me right now and say, I'm watching you live and I need you to help my sister. Because
Okay,
we want to do this before they make a decision. Does it make sense?
yeah, I will do that today.
Thank you so much.
sir.
Appreciate it. Remember, guys, you can have multiple extensions on your tourist visa, right? 1, 2, like I said, I've done 5 of them for one case. However, every time you file an extension, it has to be bona fide, and you have to explain the immigration why you're doing this, okay? Because we have a different reality right now. Right now, if a case is denied, the person will be placed in removal proceedings, right? And this is the last thing you want to happen to you, because you don't want to be sick and deported, right? Now, guys, right now we have a bunch of people here. Please follow my account if you haven't done so yet. Please do so right now. Follow my account. And let's see. Is it safe to travel on advanced parole right now? I would say yes. I would say yes. There's no reason. Fusion, do you specialize in E2 visas with all of them? I need a better call lawyer. Fusion. Yeah, absolutely. We do a lot of E2 visas, from lower amounts to all kind of amounts. I mean, we know we do everything ethically, obviously, follow the law, but we get those cases approved. E2 visa approval rate for us right now is 92%. E2 visas is for those of you starting a business. So Fusion, please send me a message right now. Use the number on the screen and make sure you say E2 visa assistant ASAP, and we'll push you to the top of the line, because that's what we do. E2 visas is what we do. We do a lot of them. Of course, I agree. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You forgot to put my link, right? No worries. Appreciate it. Thanks, Fusion. Thanks for finding me. You know what? Because you found me here, a lot of people find me. They just Google my name, and I appreciate it. That's good to know. It's good to know. I appreciate it. And so just send me a message right now. The number is on the screen. Thanks for finding me, and I appreciate it. I know someone who went to the marriage interview. The person was approved since December, but he hasn't received his green card. So let's talk about that. People are getting approved, but they're not receiving their cards. And again, this is something that immigration has been doing. Some people are getting approved at the interview verbally. The question for you: did you get an approval, like a 45 application, or it's just a verbal? Okay, if it's just a verbal, then you went through an interview, you don't have an approval. We need to sue the government. Okay. I had reckless driving for speeding. I was paid fine, so I'm marked as guilty. Will I have a problem to travel? I'm on H-1B visa. I would just be cautious. I don't know if you're gonna have a problem, but I would be very cautious. Remember, guys, anything triggers them, even speeding tickets. So let's talk about this speeding ticket situation where I posted a video about it. People who are have multiple speeding tickets will have a problem at their citizenship interview. Yes. Why are you saying that? Well, I'm saying that because under the recent memo, they're saying anything that is considered to be reckless and not aligned with the behavior of a regular person, will be considered to be a violation. Okay. And as a result, a citizenship application could be there because they don't think that you, as a person, you acted in a way. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So there's a form at the bottom of the screen. You can use that form if you're watching this on TikTok. I can't pin it, but it should be pinned already. So thanks, Patricia. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the little gifts. And if you are sending me those gifts, you can go live with me. Thanks to Stella as well for the gifts. Patricia?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. Where are you from and what is your question?
I'm in Brazil, but
And if your video is working, you put your video on if you can.
sorry, I'm shy. I don't know how to do that.
All right, no worries. Yeah, tell
I
me.
have a question. I just got engaged,
Okay.
but I'm about to be out of status, and now because everything's happening, I'm scared of applying for the green card. So, do you think now I'm gonna have a problem if I do that, or can delay the case? What do you think about that?
So your fiance is American?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that shouldn't be a problem. Even if you somehow fall out of status, as long as you fall through with the marriage and the green card, you should be fine. The overstay itself is not going to hurt your case.
Thank you so much.
But make sure you do this before, like I said, try to marry before you overstay if you can.
But
If you can. But if not, it doesn't matter. Even if you marry after the overstay, you're still safe.
okay. So it doesn't matter if I apply, if I get married.
It doesn't matter. As long as he's a citizen, you can be an overstay and still get your green card after the marriage. And if you need help, send me a text. I'm more than happy to help you.
Thank you, I will.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. So, like I said, the rule for overstay essentially says that if you are married to a citizen, you can be without status for years. As long as the government does not catch you, you can still get a green card. It doesn't work like that if you're just a green card holder and you marry another trying to sponsor somebody. But if you are, like I said, if you've been here, like I said, I had a case. Somebody was without status for 27 years, I would say. Somehow he was able to evade immigration for 27 years, married a U.S. citizen, and got his paperwork. As long as he entered legally to the country, that's all I care about. And I don't care if you overstay 30 years. As long as you came here legally, we can help you guys. And that's not a problem at all. My I-130 was approved in September 2023. My OAS was denied because, according to USCIS, my son didn't earn enough. I am under parole in place that will expire. Can you assist me? Absolutely, Scarlett. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to refile with the new income requirement. So people are getting denied because they don't make enough money. Thanks, guys, for, use the link. There's a form at the bottom. You can use the form to get in touch. People get denied green cards because they don't make enough money. They need to refile, fix the errors. Carla, please send me an email. Send me a text. This number is on the screen. Carla, say, Carla, I am the one with the parole in place, so we can help you, because I want to help military families. Your son is in the military. He deserves to have his mother here legally. So I'm going to help you guys. Just send me a text, Carla, and say, Carla, I'm Carla with the child in the military. Let's see here. We have Jerry says, if I have a past removal proceeding and came back to the US with a 212, can I apply for I-130 adjustment? Yes. As long as you came with a correct waiver and you're good here, then you're fine. I'm not sure if you'll be able to help, Ailey. Well, you have to try. You don't know. You don't know. In what state are you? I'm in California, but I help clients in all 50 states. Will out of status affect green card application? No. If you're married to a citizen, it's not going to impact it. My son, 45, green card hasn't approved even after 2 years. We have to sue them. Guys, if you're waiting for too long for your green card, for your citizenship, for any application, I-130, there's an option to sue them just to make them release your case. Do you understand that? You can do that. It's called mandamus. And then within 60 days, you can get your case released. So instead of waiting 4 years, 5 years outside of processing times, you can file a legitimate mandamus application and get your case released. Okay? Can you travel internationally with a 751 extension? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. Just because you have a 751, you can still travel internationally. There's no problem with that at all. All right, let's see. Let's take another person here. Angel.
Hi.
Angel, how are you? And if you have a camera, use the camera. If not, that's good. And just before I talk to you guys, please follow my account if you just joined on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube and on Facebook, and share the live. And the most important thing is, remember, during the live, you need to send me a text, use the number in my bio to initiate your requests, like Duda, who needs help with his E2, Johnson, who needs help with their 751, and Mallory with their citizenship. Send me a text right now during the live, Angel, What is your question and where are you from?
Well, thank you so much for accepting my request. I will continue without the video if that's okay.
That's fine.
And I'm from Afghanistan.
Okay.
And so I come here in the US on a student visa,
Okay.
and I do my master's degree here. I'm still like continue to do like my education, but I applied for asylum in month of May, and I got my interview on 12th of July.
Okay.
And after my interview, like 2 days later, my husband also got his F2 visa through me, and he is coming like in 2 days to the US from Sweden.
Okay.
By the time that I applied, I'm married, so I submitted that I'm married. But since my husband was not here, I did not include him in my case.
Okay.
So now my question is that if he comes here, shall I like apply it to my application, or shall I wait for my interview result? What's your recommendation?
So you're saying that he's not here yet, right?
He's
Yeah.
coming in 2 days. Yeah.
Okay. So you should probably wait for him when he's here.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then you can do the
And do you
application.
recommend that I add it to my application, or shall I wait for my entire interview result?
I mean, if you can add him before, I would. Absolutely. If there's an option to add him, I would.
By the time that I had my interview, like by the end of my interview, I asked the officer the similar question.
And he said,
Like the same from the USCIS, and I mentioned that. So
Yeah.
my husband is coming next month.
okay.
And shall I add it to my application? So what they told me is that the best way would be that you wait until you get your result. And once you have the result, then you can apply. And what he means by that is that by the time I add it to my application, he needs to go through the biometric and
Correct.
the process, which will cause to delay my application. So the recommendation was that I need to wait for my approval or denial, whatever the result is, and then I can make a decision about him.
Yeah.
And I also asked him like how long it would take to get my result, and he said that it should not take too long.
Yeah. I mean, there are different schools of thought. I mean, I can see that logic, but also, what if your application is actually delayed for not for that reason, for their backlog? Then his option to join you later on is going to be also delayed. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I mean, he's going to have a different status anyway for now, right? He's coming on an F2.
I'm still on my student status.
Yeah.
And he's coming on his F2. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe once he comes here, then we can assess it and see what makes more sense. But either way you choose has its pros and cons, in my mind. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
And once he's here, maybe I will contact
Please.
you.
Anytime. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Let's see. How long do you think will it take for the table B to hit 2018? Yazan, I can't tell you that until after October when the new numbers will come out for the Visa Bulletin. Then I'll do another live and we can do predictions for the Visa Bulletin, which makes it much easier. Once again, guys, please follow my account and also use the link. There's some kind of a form TikTok gave us. You can use the form to get in touch, or the number in my bio for a quick text during the live that you can do right now. And get in touch with me and yes, I do E2 visas. Absolutely. We do E2 visas. We do green cards based on self petitions. We do a lot of EB1As for people that are applying for these self petitions. So we look forward to working with you guys on that as well. In any case, guys, it has been an hour and a half, almost 1 hour and 40 minutes that we've been live. So we will be saying goodbye to our YouTube audience this minute, and Facebook and Instagram. And I will see you guys here next Monday or during the week if we have any breaking news, so we can go live for you guys breaking during the week. Chivis, my office is in San Diego, California, but we help clients. Well, we have an office in San Diego, we have an office in Connecticut on the East Coast, and we help clients in all 50 states. Let's see, Lali. I don't see a question, Lali. I don't see it. What is your question, Lali? Post your question. I'll answer it probably next week because we have to end this live right now on YouTube. All right, guys.